On Friday, September 12th, two Midwest Athletic Conference teams, Coldwater and Marion Local, hooked up in a matchup of defending state champions. In most leagues around Ohio, this would be an event of note, but in the Midwest Athletic Conference, this is simply commonplace. For the third straight season, the conference had a regular season game that pitted two defending state champions, and this time Coldwater, despite 5 interceptions from senior quarterback Corey Klinke, was able to outlast Marion Local 33-14. The following is audio excerpts from Corey Klinke, Coldwater running back Tony Harlemort, and Marion Local head coach Tim Goodwin.
That's the bottom line. You know, there were several big plays that I wish we would have done different or would have happened different, and you think, oh, that would have made a big difference. But the bottom line was we couldn't move the ball. And our defense hung in there just like I thought they would. You know, I thought we matched up all right, and, you know, the key was what our offense could do. So
come down to the line play?
Probably. You know, our offense is based on establishing a run, you know, and passing off that.
Assume coming into this game, somebody would have told you were going to get 5 interceptions. Klinke probably wouldn't have thought you were going to lose by 19 points.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, but I knew we felt good about our DBs. It didn't surprise me that that we could cover them or anything like that. We matched up well there, but it was a different experience for both teams. You know, the hitting, the speed, the wet ball. I mean, we haven't practiced in the rain, you know, so it was just different for both teams. That's why I think there was a lot of turnovers.
You guys have momentum 14-0, then Harlemort runs the kickoff back. I mean,
that's one of the plays you wonder what would happen if we would have covered the kick. And, you know, our defense did a nice job really all game. Mm-hmm. You know, if we could have got the ball back, you know, but
no shortage of big plays in this game.
No.
What helps you on the turnaround?
You know, we just really stuck together. You know, we really pulled together as a team, and nobody got down on anybody. And we knew that as long as we stuck together and stuck to our game plan, we could come back and come out with a W.
It's kind of surprising that, you know, Corey would throw 4 picks and a half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't expect that out of Corey. You know, he's a great quarterback. You know, Marion played some good defense, had some good schemes against us, but as always, Corey's a warrior, and he bounced back and played a huge role for us tonight.
How big is it to, you know, beat a defending state champ? Granted, obviously they're in a different division, but how big is it to, you know, get a win like this?
Well, I mean, Marion being the defending state champs, you know, that just adds to it. The Coldwater Marion game's always a huge game, always has big-time MAC implications, but we know that we got a lot of tough MAC games ahead yet, too, and a lot of games down the road. So we'll enjoy this victory tonight, but then we'll start preparing for Anna.
Thanks a lot, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, now that it's over, you can tell me the truth. How long have you been waiting for this game?
Yeah, you know, we've had this game marked for a long time. You know, ever since it ended last year. You know, I know the seniors from last year really wish they could have got another shot, and they didn't get that. So, you know, we kept them in the back of our mind and really used that as motivation to pull through tonight.
Talk about it, you know, Klinke throwing 4 picks in the first half. He said the most he's probably ever thrown in a game is 3. You've played with him forever. What do you guys talk about there in that first quarter when you come off, you're down 14-0, they've returned 2 interceptions? How do you kind of control your emotions?
You know, I just told Corey that if we're gonna come back and win this game, it's gonna be on your shoulders. You know, we need you to make plays. You got to learn from those mistakes, but put them behind you and move on, because you're the guy that's gonna lead us to this comeback.
Might forget this game forever.
Why?
Besides, we came out on top.
Talked to you earlier this season, you know, for that preview. You mentioned the Mooney game last year. You guys down, never faltered, you fought back. Tonight seemed like the same type of deal going on with you. 4 interceptions in the first half. Talk about fighting through that.
You know, it all started with my teammates. You know, I work with great guys, great coaches. You know, they just keep believing in me. I'd come off to the sideline. You know, they never let me get down. You know, throw 4 picks, end up with 5 picks. You know, in total. I mean, with teammates like that, you know, I knew they told me they were gonna make some plays, and you know, I knew I could climb on their backs, and they bring this team, you know, to a victory. And I mean, you can't say enough. You know, starting with the linemen, you know, doing their job, getting the groundwork going, and then with the receivers, you know, making plays, and then with the defense, you know, I'm disappointed in myself because, you know, the goal for us is to get shutouts, but you know, the reason we didn't get those tonight was because of me. But you know, I can't say enough the way my teammates played.
I bet it's safe to say you've never thrown 4 interceptions and a half of football before.
That's never happened before. I mean, I've thrown 3 picks in a game and things. You know, I thought that was bad, but you know, like I said, you know, I guess it's better to happen with a victory than a loss. And you know, my teammates, they never doubted me once. They just said I was gonna keep making plays, and eventually it'd come to me. And you know, I can't say it did, but they made plenty of plays for me.
Coming into this game, if somebody would have told you were going to throw 5 interceptions, I bet Marion Local would have felt pretty confident about their chances to win. You guys beat them by 19 points. Of
course. I mean, I was talking to Coach, you know, earlier this week, and I told him, you know, the only way I see him scoring on our defense is, or scoring at all, is if we got blown assignment, if I throw picks and they run them back to the house, or you know, they get lucky on a play, trick play, but. We were fortunate enough. Defense did their part. I just didn't do mine.
How bad did you want this game?
You can't say enough. It started, you know, with us, all of us players. You know, losing last year, we won this game. Won this game a lot. You know, it starts with this to win the MAC. And, you know, the winner of this, you know, has a real good chance to win the MAC. But last year's players and you know this whole program in the past, they want to see us win this just as much as we did, if not more. So you know we played for them too, and I'm just glad we had enough plays and came out on top.
Hey, could you take me through the first? Would you mind tipping your helmet?